Good morning, it's Disney Day 1, and it is entirely way too early in the morning. It's only 6:45. It's not terrible, but like...
That's late.
Huh?
To me, that's late.
Amy says it's late, but when you only had 3 hours of sleep the night before, and I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night, woke up at 6:30, that's 8.5 hours. Do you know that my typical amount of hours of sleep on any given day are usually 6 hours? But 8.5 did not feel like enough when I'm trying to recover from a night of 3. So... we're going to head down to the bus stop here in just a little bit. We're getting ready. The goal is to get down there no later than 7:15. Early entry today begins at 8:30. EPCOT opens at 9. And so we want to be there at about 7:30. We always try to get to these parks an hour before early entry. Yes, it means a lot of standing around, but it also means that we're towards the front of rope drop lines and things like that. This is a totally different philosophy than we take when we go to Disneyland. And of course, that's just because we go to Disneyland a lot. Many of you follow the same philosophy when you go to Disneyland, and that you'll show up at 7:20 when the gates first open, and you will be touching the rope. We've really never done that at Disneyland. Maybe once or twice have we even come close to that. But again, that's because Disneyland isn't our vacation destination. So we absolutely do that sort of thing here at Walt Disney World, and today is no exception. So without further ado, let's get going. Here was a look outside our hotel room this morning. Just if you're wondering what our view's like. Today is Friday, November 21st, and it is about 59 degrees out this morning. A little bit nippy, but manageable. Have our Spirit jerseys and jackets and things on, but they'll probably come off within the first hour or two, I would guess, given how quickly it got warm yesterday. And here's a look at the morning bus line for EPCOT. There's 2 people in line. It was slammed full yesterday. In fact, all the people that are down there at Magic Kingdom was what was at EPCOT yesterday. So we decided to come out here early because we saw that line at EPCOT yesterday. But then later last night we had a bit of a theory. We're thinking that the EPCOT line yesterday was like slam full because yesterday was a very Merry Christmas party at Magic Kingdom, so people didn't want to go to Magic Kingdom yesterday, and that's why they're going today, because it's not a party day. So our line filled up a little bit over the last 15 minutes. It's now 7:20 in the morning, and here comes our EPCOT bus. We arrived at this line at 7:07, so about 13 minutes in total. 7:37 in the morning, and here is the line outside the gates. So we're going to be, a little ways back, but not terrible. Could be absolutely much worse. Actually, they're starting to let people scan in right now. Wow, they're already letting people go. So I don't know that we've ever done early entry here before. Usually we go straight up that way, but early entry line goes down this way first. At 7:56 in the morning, they let the crowd go. Our target this morning is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and I think we're pretty well located. I bet you we're probably within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the line. They just announced that it will have a delayed start this morning. They're having some technical difficulties, but I mean, we're so close to the front of the line. I feel like even if we had to wait 20 minutes for it to get going, it would be better than nothing. So I guess we're going to hang out for a bit. We've done this with Remy's before. It's had a delayed opening, and it's usually been within the first 20 minutes, so we'll give it a shot. After waiting in line for maybe 10 to 15 minutes after they did tell us there was going to be a delayed opening, somebody finally came by, actually changed the wording. Instead of just saying it's going to be a delayed opening, he said we're going to be closed for a lengthy amount of time. And I said, define lengthy. This guy said it's going to be a long time. You should go somewhere else. And so I said, are we talking 15 minutes or an hour? And he said, you should go somewhere else. So we're going to head to Frozen because we have a lightning lane for Test Track later. I'll explain the whole lightning lane situation now, right before we go through our first lightning lane, because it's different than the last time that we were here. But we're going to go up to Frozen regardless of what the wait may be. So here is the back of the line for Frozen, and I did just ask a cast member. He said the doors are not open yet, so from this point, once they do open it up, it's about a 10 to 15 minute wait, which is not bad. So yeah, actually much better than I thought over here at Frozen.
this is where we were gonna go for rope drop on Tuesday, I think it is, or next day. So maybe we'll just swap and we'll do Guardians on Tuesday rope drop. Attempt again.
Attempt again.
Attempt again.
Ah, I love the queue for this ride. Disney World knows how to do their queues, let me tell ya. Disneyland just doesn't have the space. That's the problem. Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout. Aww. He just finished. We missed him. And 15 minutes after early entry began, we are getting on the attraction. So when he said 10 to 15 minutes, he was spot on. Thank you, cast member.
Elsa wants to give us all some fun. She's making everyone a snowy summer day.
I always like looking at the Norway shirts because I love Norway. It's one of my favorite countries in the World Showcase, and I like this shirt. Looks really nice, except not a big fan of that little thing there in the collar, but I like the pattern of the shirt. Here's a ladies V-neck shirt. That one looks nice too. I like that. You got the moose there in the background. Ooh, and look at the Spirit jersey. Now that I'm into Spirit jerseys, I'm gonna be looking at Spirit jerseys this trip. Really, really like that. Here's the front of it. So we got a little Mickey logo there. After poking around the gift shop, we're gonna come to Kringla. This is a unanticipated benefit of coming up to Frozen, because our initial plan was to get the Giant King donuts from Joffrey's cart. But to be honest with you, Kringla is a much better breakfast. So we'll take the fact of being already up here. The seating area for Kringla was quite full, so we didn't do any talking back there.
Really small.
It was a pretty small area, but we'll talk about our food now. So I got the EPCOT. I think I said that right. They were just using the English words, so they were like, "Yo, you want an apple cake?" Yeah, and then Amy got the Burden's Best Kake, and we'll talk about that in a second. She'll talk about it, but they said that's, oh, you want a world's best cake? Like, oh, that's what that means? Okay, so they literally were just like, but the menu is written in Norwegian, so like I don't know why they just were English and
didn't want people to have to think early in the morning.
Anyhow. My apple cake was mostly just like it was mostly cake the whole way through, with a layer of thin apple slices on top, with powdered sugar on top, and then they asked if I wanted the caramel drizzle. At first I didn't. She's like, it's really good with the caramel drizzle. So I was like, okay. And if I hadn't gotten the caramel drizzle, it would have been very dry.
I was about to say, I think we've always gone the caramel and it's worth it.
It would have been very dry. Why don't you talk about your item now?
It was pretty good. It was just kind of like a light sponge cake with custard filling, like layered throughout it. Technically there's a meringue cookie on top, but I didn't eat the meringue cookie. So, be in mind that is on top, but it was pretty good. I mean, it was just a simple cake. So I think if I went back, I would get one of the other items. The boys' cinnamon roll, I had a bite of that. It was very good. It has an orange cream cheese frosting on it, so it's a little bit different than Gaston's cinnamon rolls, but in terms of size,
it was big.
I think it was probably comparable to like a Gaston's cinnamon roll, and they asked if we wanted it warm, and we did, so it was nice and warm. It was doughy, like it wasn't, you know, like you can get the ones at Animal Kingdom that are very hard and crispy sometimes. This was nice and doughy. Between
the two of them, they still did not finish it.
Yeah.
They had to throw some away. So that was more than large enough for the two of them to split. And while we're here, we're going to head on inside the Mexico Pavilion to do the Grand Fiesta Tour. I also have to take some pictures of some merchandise in here for my buddy David from Big Red Journeys. He loves the Three Caballeros. I love this pavilion, especially first thing in the morning when it's not crowded. Here we go, Grand Fiesta Tour. I love this ride. I especially love that it never has a line. And we got a private boat. There's nobody else on the boat with us.
We're the king of the boat.
King of the boat. Yeah, you're right, Benjamin. There's San Angel Inn. We ate there the last time we were here, and I remember it being pretty decent.
We are looking for jobs. We sing and we samba, we shout. That means I cannot. Who is this? I don't know. Adios, amigos. Come again. See you next time.
It is time for our first lightning lane. The strategy is to go with the first available Tier 2 lightning lane that we could find, regardless of what it was. Go with the earliest available, which for this one, because it was the first day of our trip, and people have had access to these days for a week or so now, maybe a little bit longer, it was all the way out to 10 a.m. So that's just what we grabbed. What happens now is that you make lightning lane reservations 7 days in advance for on-site hotel guests, and I think 3 days in advance for people who are not on-site or on-property guests. It used to be, up until recently, it was just like Disneyland, where everything was booked day of. I actually kind of like day of, personally. A lot of other people like booking 7 days in advance because they're able to get 3 lightning lanes at the 7 days in advance. And I feel like there's a lot of people who don't really understand how lightning lane works, and the 3 that they pre-book are the only lightning lanes that they get all day long. Well, you know us, in our lightning lane prowess, I guess, would be the word to use, and what we teach you guys here on the channel, we could knock out just about every single ride in the park with lightning lane. And so I find this system to be a little more frustrating, but essentially what you have to do is 7 days in advance at 7 a.m. Eastern time, or 4 in the morning for us on the West Coast, we have to wake up and book lightning lanes for our entire trip. And usually you want to start with whatever's going to be first, so we started with EPCOT today because we knew that these were going to mostly be gone already. And since you get access to your entire trip, starting at that 7 day mark of your, 7 days early from your first day, that meant that we could book the entire 7 days worth of lightning lanes, so we had access out a couple of days. Anyway, without getting too much into that, we booked Spaceship Earth first, because as soon as this frees up, I can book a different Tier 1 lightning lane. And what do I mean by that? Well, again, trying not to spend too much time on this, there are tiers in the parks now. So all the more important rides are Tier 1, and you can only book 1 of those, and then you can book 2 of the 2-tier rides. In order to get access to Tier 1s, you have to use your first lightning lane, and then any replacement lightning lane you make after that can be in either tier, Tier 1 or Tier 2. I have a test track one for 3 p.m. in the afternoon. That's my Tier 1 that I chose. If I want a second Tier 1, I need to first use Spaceship Earth. And as soon as I use it, I can grab either Frozen or Remy. Even though I haven't used test track yet, I can grab another Tier 1. So that's why we booked this one as early as possible, to give us access to more Tier 1s as soon as possible throughout the day. And we'll continue explaining how Lightning Lane works as we go on throughout the day, but let's go do Spaceship Earth now. And it is nice to see that there is a little bit of a line. The last thing you want to do is waste a lightning lane when there's no line to skip. It's only 10 minutes. It wouldn't have been bad, but at least we get to skip something. So while we were standing in line, I grabbed a lightning lane for Remy's, and it is out to 8:20 p.m. I checked an hour ago, and it was 2 in the afternoon. So as people started to get access to their lightning lanes, they've been picking Remy's and Frozen. Both of them are out very far. They've pushed out more than 6 hours over the last hour because people are doing what I just said. They're using their first one and then going for the Tier 1s.
May stop momentarily. This is basic run control. When we move, and unfortunately taxes. But it also recognizes the door get it, spend it, and behind as a result of an incredible explosion of innovation we call the Renaissance.
So while the kids are playing with these little screens,
I got kicked off the game. Yes, it's like, ooh.
let's talk more Lightning Lane stuff. So I just modified my second Lightning Lane, which was for 10:55, to the Seas with Nemo and Friends at 10:40. I mean, I know it's only 15 minutes, but here's the thing. When you're booking your initial 3, Disney won't let you stack. So if your first one is for 10, it's not going to let you make the next one for 10:15 or 10:20. It forces you to do almost a whole hour earlier. So I did 10 and then 10:55. Even though there were, 10:40s and 10:35s, it will let you, I think it'll let you stack like once you get here and once you start modifying, but unfortunately it won't let you stack in the initial booking. So something else that I had to do, if I wanted to switch things, like at one point after we had made up our minds, like later on that same day, we're like, oh, we want to switch the Little Mermaid with Winnie the Pooh. And so both times were early enough that, I could do whatever, but I literally had to modify one out to like 5 o'clock, modify the other one back to 9, and then modify the 5 o'clock back to 9:40 because it wouldn't let me have them too close to each other. It was really kind of frustrating. Now we're gonna go to the Seas. I think I just said we modified our one Lightning Lane, so as soon as we scan in, I can immediately grab something else. Another reason for the switch is that Living with the Land, which is what we had before, is currently a 5-minute wait, and the Seas is a 20-minute wait, so I'd rather actually skip something. In the big blue world.
Let's go explore. Let's go explore the big blue world.
Mr. Ray, we can't explore without Nemo.
I'm sure we'll see him any minute now.
Nemo!
Is he orange with white stripes and looks kind of like you, only smaller?
Yes, have you seen him?
Seen who? Hi, I'm Dory. Right. Okay, now thinking of something pink.
That's jellyfish!
You're good. And I'm thinking...
Jellyfish! And the next one, jellyfish!
All right, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Swim over and say good day to your old pal Bruce. Don't worry, morsel, mate. Fish are friends, not food.
Now you're here, so like, I saw jellyfish and goldfish and sharks.
Get him out of kid.
Hey, Jen, I'm riding with you.
Righteous offspring! Awesome!
I want friends.
I love this area, and I'm sure we'll go through it again later. But for now, we're not gonna take the time. I'm like a Spirit jersey magnet. I gotta look at every single one of them. Low tides and good vibes. Because it specifically doesn't say anything about the Seas with Nemo and Friends, though. I know it's not specifically Nemo themed, but it's in that shop. Right now we're headed to the DVC lounge to go grab a coffee. Amy wants a coffee. I told her to get one from Joffrey's, but she said she'd rather get a free one from the DVC lounge. So that's where we're headed right now. And then we're gonna do our Lightning Lane with Living with the Land. And afterwards we'll start getting lunch. We're gonna eat around the world with Food and Wine Festival. And all James wants to do every time we mention pretty much anything is he wants to find Remy, do the hide and seek scavenger hunt thing. Hide and squeak, that's what it is, hide and squeak. I'm glad that he's super excited about that. And I guess the lounge is in the same area as Figment. We'll do Figment at some point, I'm sure, but the kids are also wanting a snack, so we're gonna get some free snacks too. And don't mind me, I'm just following Amy and she doesn't know where she's going. So we went back by the bathroom. She thought the gift shop for Figment was on that side of the building, but it is in fact on this side of the building. And the entrance to the DVC lounge is right over here off to the right. So in the DVC lounges, they do assign you seating. So this is our assigned seating area. But what's this though, the Disneyland Hotel? So they got a little model of Disneyland Villas in here. And we're inside the pyramid. This was, you know, pretty cool. And then snacks are over there, which is kind of what we're here for, snacks. Now, the snacks aren't anything special, just, you know, some Cheez-Its, some rolled golds. When we were at Disneyland, they had Oreos, but they do have a freestyle machine, so I grabbed some cherry Coke here, and we can just refill up as much as we want while we're here. A lot of people will fill up and take one to go. Amy's over there getting some coffee. Apparently, the kids found some games. Ooh, curling. So, they're just hanging out over here. There's a couple of different activities over here for kids that can go on. So, little or not, I will never turn away free things, okay? Some of you can debate me in the comments about, well, it's not really free, you paid for DVC membership. I get it, right? But I'm not gonna argue with free. That's the bottom line here, okay? So, I got a cherry Coke. I mean, I'd have spent $5 to get a cherry Coke at one of these stands, so I'll take it.
I also grabbed a couple packets of Cheez-Its for the boys for later, or for us, we'll see. We're planning on eating around the World Showcase. The boys will too, but some of the food might not be stuff they necessarily want. So we'll find something they want, and if they still get hungry, because I swear they're always hungry, we got Cheez-Its.
Now we're gonna head into the Land Pavilion to do Living with the Land. I don't know that we're gonna do Soarin' this trip. We almost did it earlier when it was a 10-minute wait, but I mean, I might grab a lightning lane for it at some point, but it's not like a high priority given that we have Soarin' at Disneyland. I also really love this pavilion too. I just love the appearance. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Oh look, Living with the Land actually has a bit of a line now. 30 minutes, good. It was 5 like 20 minutes ago. So I'm happy to have a line to actually skip. Garden Grill almost got put on the docket for this time. We were gonna do it Thanksgiving Day, but we didn't want to come in EPCOT on our final day because, you know, we wanted a park that opens earlier to get more time in the park.
And we wanted 2 whole EPCOT days.
Yeah.
We didn't want, like, Animal Kingdom, we don't mind
It being a half day.
sacrificing, like, a whole second day for that. So, ooh, look, a line for bypass.
I know. There's the line for Living with the Land.
And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. Welcome to our glimmering greenhouses, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. For some, it's difficult to imagine the holidays without winter and snow, but they need cacao to make chocolate. In fact, cacao is chocolate's main ingredient. Today, people around the world are able to enjoy a variety of sweets. Using our sustainable water systems, make up just some of the dishes served during this break.
Presents.
I didn't think the Christmas version of that ride was going until next Friday, but I guess it's up already. That's cool. We'll have to ride that ride again in the dark. However, we just burned our lightning lane for the day, so if the line is long later, we'll have to use it on Tuesday. It gets dark about 5:15, so that shouldn't interfere with fireworks. I think we want to watch fireworks on Tuesday. So it shouldn't really interfere with us getting a spot for fireworks. I don't know how well you can see this from up here. I didn't even notice it earlier, but it says Glimmering Greenhouses right underneath the signs. It's not on the app, I don't think, but they've definitely updated the signage. Yeah, the app says it doesn't start till November 28th, which is actually the day after we leave.
Yeah, that's
but
the first day of their Christmas here.
And thus begins our time at the Food and Wine Festival. So we're just gonna sort of work our way around the world, and we're gonna be waiting in lines and things. But right here at Earth Eats is a red wine braised beef short rib. It's not on my list. I actually made a list of, we watched a couple of videos before we came. I made a list, but I think we're just gonna walk around and see what looks good. Now we're not going to officially food video this. This is the red wine braised short rib, and wow, that meat for $8.50 is a lot tinier than I thought it would be. So we're kind of just going to all like take bites and things, tiny little nibbles. We'll see if the kids want any of this. James might have some, but I don't even think we're necessarily going to like full-on food review, see what Amy thinks about everything, unless something is exceptionally good. Thumbs up if you thought it was good. Oh, Benjamin's giving a thumbs up, James is giving a thumbs up, and Amy's giving a head nod. So I think that's the way we're going to do it, just to make things a little easier. We'll show you the food item, we'll talk about it. I mean, the festival ends tomorrow, so like, this video isn't going to help anybody. This is just for us. And after we've tried it all, everybody will give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. For me, that was a thumbs up. At least the quarter of that tiny piece of meat that I was able to eat. I enjoyed it. The polenta was good. I thought there was tons of great flavoring in all of that food. Monorail! Ah. Now, as far as where we're going to go next, we're going to head left and go towards Mexico to start. I know that we have had some recommendations at the Canada Pavilion that way, but we want to make sure that we get to Germany first and foremost for that Schinken-Nudeln that we're really been hyping up in our Disneyland videos. So we're going to go this way first, just to make sure we get to it and don't get full before we reach Germany. But before we get started, we do need to purchase a map for Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak. And like a magnet, yep, I found another Spirit jersey. This one's actually really nice. I gotta add that one to the list of potentials too. And then, ooh, look at this mug. Amy just said it would be really hard to eat ice cream out of, because that's obviously all I do with mugs. But I mean, maybe not, but I like it. So Amy tried the Spirit jersey on, just because she might get it for herself, because she loves Epcot. This is her favorite park. Looks good. Right above that, I saw this Spirit jersey. Amy said that it was cute too, because it's got all the different countries, Mickey wearing those countries' outfits. And we didn't see that one, but maybe, I don't know, it's on display. Australia! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Oi, oi, oi! Sorry, it was delayed because I'm distracted by Remy.
You're distracted. You gotta see what's at the Australia booth here. And above the Australia Pavilion, they found one of the stickers. It's Remy with a pan. And if we get a little closer here, you can see him right there on the roof of the pavilion with that pan. And here's what they do have at the Australia booth, but honestly, not really feeling any of this particular stuff right now compared to what we know they've got available based on what we've researched. Not that I wouldn't eat the lamb, but I think that's one of the more expensive items, and we've seen video of it, and it's very small. Here's the Mexico booth. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they've got here. And once again, I mean, the tostada de carnitas. We're trying to be somewhat selective because, again, there are a lot of booths. And we don't want to be full before we even get to Germany now. We're dead set on getting to Germany. Now, we're all the way past the China Pavilion already, and I'm just pointing different things out. They got an India booth over here. It's kind of hard for us to check out what's at these booths and then constantly pull the camera up, so I'm probably going to film a little bit less through this portion. There's not going to be a whole lot to look at. I mean, there's plenty to look at, and I want to show it to you. I don't want to point it out, but I also really want to try to get some food. Yes, here we go. Okay, so potato and pea samosa, or this looks good. I want that. We're gonna get that. So I'm not having any trouble finding tables at this food festival because it's sunny and it's kind of hot. I don't know why I pointed at the food yet. All the shade tables are completely gone though. When we're used to coming during other times of the year, I feel like the every table is gone. But here we go. This is the tikka masala. It looks quite large. Very nice size for sharing. And we got 2 naan breads there. Family ratings on the tikka masala? All right. Benjamin's not in the shot because for some reason Benjamin didn't want this. So does that mean it's an automatic thumbs down for him?
Pita bread.
He ate the pita bread?
Or not bread.
The naan bread. And then next we got the warm raclette, cheese raclette with ham. For an extra 50 cents I got to add the ham. Not sure if 2 slices of ham from the deli are 50 cents, but that's what we got here, and that was from the Alps booth over here. We are just using the typical EPCOT table this time because I really did not see anywhere else to go. Okay, family review.
What did you do? Sideways?
Sideways.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What did James say? Sideways?
Sideways.
Sideways. Though to be fair, the kids did not have any of the potatoes. They just had the bread, some of the cheese, and the ham. Amy and I actually didn't have any of the ham. We just let the kids have the ham. But the potatoes were just kind of so-so.
The cheese, though, is good that they put on it. So don't get us wrong on that.
And here we are, Germany, for the Schinken Noodlen. So the guy over there just started a show and introduced it as Festival of Holidays. He said, welcome to Festival of Holidays. That doesn't start for another week. Schinken Noodlen! Oh, the only thing is this was sitting out and under a heat lamp, so I don't know how fresh it is. Okay, I said we weren't doing food reviews, but...
It did not let us down.
It did not.
We waited 5 years. It was worth it.
It is so good. Oh, so good. I might need to get another one of these before the end of the night. I really might. I almost got 2 right now.
I was going to say we get one Tuesday, but we can't.
We can't get one Tuesday. It has to be tonight. This is so good. Oh man, this is so delicious. Review time. Yeah, if I could do multiple thumbs, I would, but my hand is holding the camera, so multiple thumbs. As is tradition, anytime when in Germany, we must go check out the trains. Now, I know we've pushed through a lot of countries, and like I said, we'll probably cover those in more detail on Tuesday. This is more about getting food. And here it comes. Double tunnels. And there's one coming under here. I just heard it. There it is. And from Flavors of America, which is right over here, we have the seafood roll, Gulf Coast shrimp seafood roll thing. I don't remember what it's called, but it looks pretty good. I mean, this is mostly Amy's pick. And I think Amy's gonna eat most of it, but the rest of us might give it a try. James wanted me to do review time, so go ahead, James. He put it as a thumbs down. Me, it's probably a thumbs sideways.
I thought it was good.
But, I mean, you're the one that picked this item,
Yeah.
so.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I wish the little lobster bisque on it was a bit warmer. That was probably my only complaint, but there was a lot of fish and crab in it, so I thought it was good. It came with butter to dip it in.
Benjamin is giving a thumbs up. I don't know how much he had, but he says thumbs up. We took a quick moment to stop by the festival merchandise booth, and we met Crystal, one of our viewers. Shout out to you. Thank you for, well, I mean, you told us you were going to be there, so thank you for telling us and saying hello. And Amy was just saying, nobody knows you out here. Like, we haven't met anybody. And we've had in the past, but like, granted, maybe once or twice in the entire 9-day trip. So maybe we'll run into some more people. I know there's a couple of people looking for us. I actually just saw somebody respond today that they're also here on vacation, and they hope that they bump into us at some point. But
it's also hard here because there's 4 parks. With 2 parks at Disneyland, you know, we're even hopping back and forth, so we cover both parks in the day. Here, we're not covering all 4 in a day.
And now we're in Japan. I love Japan. This is my favorite booth. I mean, I like Norway too, I said that, but absolutely just love the Japan Pavilion. And they found Remy right there on the rocks. So as is our tradition, we always come and get chopsticks when we're here. They moved them to a different area, but Amy is trying to find a chopstick. She doesn't want to pass up on this. I don't think we didn't get any last time, so she's like, she almost needs 2 now to make up for it. She's eyeing up these ones. Got some flowers.
I have a turquoise one like this.
Yeah.
But
And then also eyeing up bunny rabbits with, is that snowflakes? No, those are flowers.
Cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms. Every year, the boys always save up money, and we give them some, especially for vacation too. And so Benjamin used some of his souvenir money, and he's going to show you what he got if he can get it out of the bag. All right, that's what you got. What is it, Benjamin?
Mennonite.
Mennonite from Kirby. Yeah, he loves it. And then Amy looks like she settled on the bunny one.
I might still go back for the other one. We'll see.
Since I am not going to buy one, you can buy another one for me.
I didn't buy one last trip, so I'm making up if I buy a separate one for last trip.
Does that mean you get to buy 4 by that logic?
No.
I do use chopsticks on occasion, but almost only for sushi. Amy uses it for actually like eating rice and things. I always get a little frustrated because unless it's sticky rice and I can get big clumps of it, the rice tends to just fall straight through the chopsticks. So I do use it for sushi, but not much else. At this point we are filling up, not stuffed beyond belief, mind you, but filling up. We're gonna finish up a couple of things we need to get for the cheese challenge, so we're coming here to Brazil next. And at Brazil, I think I'm pronouncing this right, we got the pão de queijo, and man, we know that we're gonna love this, so we just went ahead and bought 2. And the boys are gonna split one, and Amy and I are gonna split one. But don't they have this at Skipper Canteen? And we love it, so that's how we know. We'll just, might as well. Same sort of as Schinken Noodlin'? Or better or less
No, I think the noodling still tops the cake.
Yeah? Tops the cake?
Tops the cheese? I don't know.
Takes the cheese.
There you go.
It takes the cheese. Love it. All right, family review on this item. Sideways for me, sideways for James. Tilting upward for Amy, and Benjamin gives it a thumbs up. All right, 2 thumbs up for Benjamin. I found it, the one from Skipper Canteen, to be better, but this was okay. But like Amy said, nowhere near Schinken Noodlin'.
I'm pretty sure the one from Skipper Canteen also came with like sauce to dip it in, so that might have been why that one was better. But yeah, Schinken Noodlin' is still our go-to, guys. Like, gotta get that item.
It's about 2:15 in the afternoon, and this is actually one of the first times we haven't gone back to our resort in the middle of the afternoon. The temperature today is about 78 to 80 degrees, almost no humidity. It's pretty amazing compared to May. It definitely like this time of year. It's hot, don't get me wrong, it's still pretty warm, but it's not unbearable and we don't feel zapped. And so right now, I mean, we still need a break, mind you, and we have a Soarin' lightning lane in about a half an hour, so we're gonna work our way over to Soarin'. If we get there early, we're just gonna sit down at a table inside Seasons and rest for a bit, but otherwise, still working on Remy's hide and squeak over here. They're looking for where he might be hiding. We're done with food for right now. We'll get some more around dinner time, hopefully. Upon completing a meal's fromage montage, you come over here to Shimmering Sips and you get a special treat. And here it is, it's a special Dole Whip. Looks like we've got green and maybe pineapple in there. Not exactly sure, but it's also comes in this souvenir cup. So we get to clean this cup out and take it home. So we looked it up. I mean, I probably could have told you after I took a bite anyway. It was key lime, and then it was vanilla, not pineapple. And it said pie crumbles on top, but it really like resembles graham cracker. So all put together, when you take a bite out of it, it tastes exactly like a key lime cheesecake. And so that fits with the theme of the cheese. And it was really good. And you can only get that, and I know it's pretty much over now, obviously. It's just when we're here. But the only way that we could have gotten that is by ordering certain cheese items throughout the festival. So really, really good. And man, that hit the spot right now when it's pretty warm. Family review. Oh, big thumbs up from everybody.
5 thumbs up.
5 thumbs up. And we are back inside the Land Pavilion. As we said, to go to Soarin' around the world. We'll see what the wait time is. Earlier, the highest I saw it at was 25 minutes. Do you know what it was when you just saw it, James?
20.
20? So Soarin' doesn't seem to be getting as long of a line as our Soarin' does. Yeah, it's 20 right now at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I feel like, but they must just have more theaters or something. All concourses. Amy will get our next lightning lane, although we're talking about doing Figment. Benjamin loves Figment. You want to do Figment?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, they want the excuse to, you know, pop back up into the DVC lounge and get a free drink. What?
It's so long for Figment.
Yeah.
It's available in 3 minutes.
It's available in 3 minutes? That's how popular Figment is? What queue do you like better? California's or Florida's? It's got sort of this appearance. I mean, we bypassed all the games that you do while you're, you know, bored and waiting. But I just mean an appearance, like with the blue lights and the wavy roof and that sort of thing. And it looks like there are indeed 3 concourses here. We have A, B, and C, so that speeds things along. So that ended up being about a 15-minute wait, even with the lightning lane, just because of, you know, how slow the changeover is with Soarin'. But the little thing that we had yesterday in the reveal, Benjamin's "to the airport," has kind of become a catchphrase for us. Even though it doesn't always work, it's like, "to the Figment." You know, like we've just been saying stuff like that. "To the lounge." You know, stuff like that. So we're gonna go do Figment next and then go to the lounge again. All aboard.
Welcome to our special drive-through open house.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie coochie coo, and taste. Taste my chicken.
What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Figment.
Figment? Continuing now, if I may, in a calm, scientific, figment-free manner.
With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Follow the magic Figment. One spark of light can light your fancy. Woohoo! You win 1 cent!
Don't! Oh, that really stinks!
Of course, Doc.
You're turning this entire open house upside down.
Upside down? Now you're talking. Face down, side up, and upside down.
Of course! Imagination. So, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
Benjamin was giggling the entire time through that ride. He still loves it. It's one of his favorite rides. I'll never forget the moment when he was a little kid who asked to do the dragon ride at this park, and we're like, what dragon ride? Oh, that dragon ride. No. But it's not that bad. I actually kind of think it's cute now. We just saw Figment over here and we're like, Benjamin, do you want to meet Figment? And he's like, yes, definitely. I think Benjamin really enjoyed meeting Figment. That was great. He got to hug him and give him a fist bump and all sorts of stuff. And he just seemed to really, really have fun with that. Now we're gonna, again, see if we can go back up into the lounge just to get a couple free drinks. Just to be able to grab a cup and then come up here to the freestyle machines and, you know, get whatever I want. It's like, ooh. Ooh. Snack selection this time around is a little bit more varied and bigger. We got pretty much a full snack bag of Doritos here and some Oreos. Yeah, I'll take those. After the Figment lightning lane, the only other lightning lane that we could have grabbed that wasn't like a show or a character or something like that was Mission Space. So we went ahead and grabbed that. And now my test track one, this was the Tier 1 one that I chose 7 days ago when we were initially able to book. And now we finally are going to do test track, and I'm looking forward to this because it's been, you know, newly redone since the last time we rode it. You were saying something earlier about how you actually really like the rolling 3 lightning lanes?
Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying it because we'll still have stuff for the afternoon as well as like whatever other one we book. We'll see how it works in other parks, but like right now, you know, we still have 3 booked.
And she was saying that it was nice that at 10 in the morning after we used our first lightning lane, we booked Remy's for 8, and we didn't have to wait 2 hours to book another one. We just had to wait till we used our next lightning lane, which was just in a couple of minutes. Being able to not be confined to the 2-hour rule is the biggest benefit of the whole this system of lightning lane. So this room here was the old area where you would build and make your vehicles, but now it's just queue space.
Before we can visualize tomorrow,
Let me show you how I see the world.
by using advanced cameras and sensors, vehicles are constantly scanning the road ahead. Smart roads are just the beginning. Imagine being able to customize your vehicle at home.
Can I show them?
Go for it.
Sure. It's always fun to be free.
Ready to see what else lies beyond the horizon?
Let's go.
I gotta say, the scene towards the end before the launch with the full screen that looked kind of like this was pretty cool. I liked that a lot. I also liked just the sets, you know.
Yeah. I feel like some of the curves didn't have any meaning though. Like,
Because the track remains
yeah,
unchanged.
the track is the same. That was
Yeah.
my only thing. Is like, okay, this was originally built for like a test vehicle. you
Yeah.
know, Original. Like I still, in that sense, find the original the best.
The test dummy, crash dummy
dummy
one. I'm a magnet for them now, but I'm not necessarily interested in this one. They have a GM Spirit jersey. General Motors. It's not even test track. If it had been GM on the front and test track on the back, I would have at least considered it, but I'm not going to be a walking General Motors ad. Yesterday when we couldn't come into the park, we were checking wait times, and Guardians never went above a 45-minute wait, but today it's not gone below 55, at least that I could see. Monorail! It is currently a 65-minute wait, and the boys want to wait for it, so we're gonna get in line for it. We've done amazingly well. Yeah, we've ridden everything else. Amy just said behind me. We've literally ridden everything else with the exception of Mission Space. I guess we haven't ridden everything else. We still have a lightning lane for Remy for 8:15 or 8:20 in the evening. But yeah, the entire queue is full for this one. After 15 minutes, we are still in this room, and the app says the wait time went up to 75 minutes. Given that there was no space even in the queue when we walked in, like we were just outside the like sliding glass doors that they have or whatever. Yeah, it's probably closer to the 75-minute mark, which means we still got an hour to go, but like I said, what else are we gonna do? At 42 minutes, right on the other side of this wall is the pre-show, the first pre-show. I can't remember if there's multiples, I think there might be. So we actually moved along pretty well. We just missed this one. So like I said, right on the other side there. Pretty close now. And after the pre-shows, I don't know what time it is. I didn't actually look. Let's see. 56 minutes. Amy says 56 minutes after the pre-shows. So, not too bad. Probably will be closer to the 65-minute mark. Maybe even less than that. Depends on how quickly we end up on the ride here.
Nothing to worry about. Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed. It was useless to follow me.
I think we jumped back.
We got the generator. We're rich. Yeah, well, nobody's perfect.
I'm not sure how much of that ride I'm even going to be able to put in because I know it moves way too quickly for the camera to follow, but man, I'm always reminded why I love that ride. It was worth an hour. It was an hour 6, including the ride, Amy said. So it was 65 with the ride, maybe 60, you know, we waited 60, but it was, I'm gonna be doing it again on Tuesday because I love that ride. I love it, I love it, I love it. So our next lightning lane isn't until 8:20 in the evening. That's 3 hours from now. And so between now and then, we're gonna go do some shopping over at the Creation Shop, or let's look around. And then it will be time to continue our food and wine eating with dinner. And here's a Loungefly that might interest Amy. Keeping an eye on it, maybe. Think about it for the future. The Spaceship Earth, the EPCOT ball, whatever you want to call it, just lit up. It's not showing very well on the camera, but the lights are on. So typically when we do shopping, we find things that we like, we take pictures of them, and if we don't find anything else that we like later on in the week on our second day, which will be Tuesday for EPCOT, we pick up those items because now we've had a look at all the other parks. However, when it comes to something like a Spirit jersey and a particular sizes that maybe they don't carry a lot of, Amy tends to get nervous that they might sell out of her size. It's happened before. So we're gonna go buy that Spirit jersey we saw earlier, the blue EPCOT one, and if she finds something else later on, she'll just keep it tagged and in the bag and we'll return it on Tuesday. So Amy got her first Spirit jersey. She loves EPCOT, and they actually only had 3 of these left. So probably a good thing that she got it now. So our next booth that we're gonna come across, we're heading towards the Canada way this time, is gonna be the Hawaii booth. I love Hawaiian food, so let's see what we can get here. Here we got the rice bowl. There's your look at it, kind of, getting dark, so harder to see. And we got the pineapple cheesecake. Now this came highly recommended by a friend of ours, and I mean, I probably would have gotten it anyway, because pineapple and cheesecake, what's there not to like? All right, before we move on to the cheesecake, family review time for the Hawaiian fried rice or Spam rice.
Thank you, man.
All right, 4 thumbs up. Review time on the cheesecake. 4 thumbs up again.
But Hawaii has never let us down.
So we're not surprised.
Actual Hawaii or here Hawaii. So, yay.
Not surprised at all.
Nope.
And Spaceship Earth looks a little better now with, well, they just changed colors. I like the colors it was before, but I mean, you can see it better now that it's getting darker. Next, we've come over to Forest and Field, and we realized there was a booth back by Test Track that we meant to go to, and we're just gonna have to do it at the end now. And here's the autumn chili. It's in, is that sourdough bread? No, that can't be sourdough bread. I don't know what type of bread that is, but family review looks like we've got 3 thumbs up, and I'm gonna go sideways. Not necessarily for the flavor, although like I'm not the hugest chili person. It was good, but just because the portion size was like mostly bread. I mean, that's what happens when you get a bread bowl, but I definitely could have used more. We didn't film the outside of the booth just because we'd hop straight in line, but we went to the Canada Pavilion and we got their cheddar and bacon soup, and it comes with this little pretzel roll. And then we ordered the filet mignon, but we ordered 2 of these because we know everybody is gonna love that. It's gonna be hard to split that little guy 4 ways, so definitely just got 2 of them. This is the most expensive item of the fest, I think, at $10 each. Benjamin asked for family review time on both items. Both items? Yep. Benjamin gives it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, he ate most of the soup.
He ate most of the soup, and he's been eating all the mushrooms. And James really likes the steak.
We were gonna go to the French Pavilion to get this like 3 cheese brioche bun, but it had a really long line. So instead, we kept walking, ended up at Greece, and got a gyro.
Ooh, gyro.
I feel like you can't ever go wrong with a gyro.
Nope, can't ever go wrong with a gyro. So this is James's review, a sideways thumb, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because
He's complaining about the tzatziki sauce. Yeah, he had tzatziki sauce on a meatball the other day at Carthay Circle and loved it. So.
And had tzatziki sauce when we got Greek the other day.
And he liked it.
Thumbs up from you?
Yep.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up from me too. Benjamin did not try it because he saw cucumber and freaked out. His thumbs down also does not count because he didn't even take a bite. It's definitely getting a lot more crowded now that it's evening. I mean, it's a Friday, and I feel like Epcot in general, Friday evenings are probably going to be busy just because a lot of the pass holders and the locals are probably going to come in for the evening. That and Food and Wine Festival only has 2 more nights, tonight and tomorrow night. And so that's why the France line was like really long. Even the Greek line wasn't like totally empty. Earlier today when we came through for lunch, all the food lines were like practically empty. Maybe we had to wait for 1 or 2 people, but now most of them have at least 10 plus people in line, and obviously the more popular places have even longer than that. Epcot at night is just as gorgeous as any other Disney park at night. I feel like we don't often see Epcot at night either, so this is kind of nice. And of course there's this view as well. Just being able to look out over the lake here. I don't know what it's called. The Lagoon? World Showcase Lagoon. And then we've got the arches for Japan with Spaceship Earth straight ahead. Gorgeous. So we're coming to Caramel Kusha because we get, well not because, but we do get a 20% DVC discount here. But they also just have a gingerbread item that we're really interested in getting. And here it is. This is like almost like an ice cream sandwich, but without the ice cream. It's like a whoopie pie, maybe. Oatmeal cream pie. Kind of like an oatmeal cream pie, but it's gingerbread. So yeah. Verdict.
Amazing.
Can you give it like 10 thumbs up? How about you? Oh yeah, he's giving it 10 thumbs up too. And he's giving it 10 thumbs up. I will give it the same. I agree. Man, wow.
This is the closest to like our quality gingerbread cookies you can get, and it's actually really good because it's got the caramel icing in the middle.
I may rock the boat a little bit here.
This is better?
That's better than the Mickey gingerbread. Way better.
It might be.
Way better.
I'm gonna give this a 10,000,000,100 thumbs up. Too good.
Okay, yeah. We might be ordering 2 of those gingerbread cookies on Tuesday. After poking around a few more shops, we are headed out now. Is this bringing back old school Epcot vibes? With the music and the lights? We need floor lights, but Magic Bands are responding. I know. We need floor lights. We are at the bus station now, and hopefully we don't have the same problem that happened yesterday, where it took 35 minutes for us to get our bus, and I had to talk to a cast member to get one. There's an All-Star Movies there right now. We could technically walk from All-Star Movies. We could also technically walk from All-Star Music. But both of those lines are pretty full. Ours is empty. So we're assuming one just came. I probably shouldn't have left you hanging. Maybe 5 minutes later the bus came. So here we go. We are taking off, heading to our resort. Thankfully didn't have to wait 35 minutes today. Our resort at night is kind of nice. I like the lights on the All-Star Sports there. Looks pretty nice. We popped into our gift shop here real quick at All-Star Sports, and I was so excited to see that spirit jersey I've been eyeing up is not a deluxe exclusive. That's just their current one. So I'd like to see it's here. And they do have larges, quite a few of them, and that's the price though. It's $5 more than typical spirit jerseys. But it's nice to know I have it here, so that's good. As we are walking back to our room, I think I'll just go ahead and sign out for this video. Not much else really to be done. We're just going back to the room, and we're gonna get ready for bed. We're going to Animal Kingdom tomorrow, so we have a very early morning ahead of us. I'm gonna try to get in bed. I mean, it's about 8:30, so we're not like super early, but gonna try to get in bed early. Anyhow, thanks for watching. If you do want to watch our previous vacation trip to Hawaii, I will still put the playlist on the screen for you. And again, as more trip videos appear, they will be in the playlist on the bottom of your screen. So click into either one of those to keep watching. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.